The title of today's dream is called Alt's Midnight Race. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Alt. He was known throughout the neighborhood as the boy who always made curfew before the sun dipped below the horizon. You see, in their town, an unspoken fear lingered in the air, the dangers of the night. Every day was an adventure for Alt, running through the streets with his friends, laughing, playing tag, and racing bikes until the daylight dimmed. As the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, the children would gather in hushed tones, speaking of the terrors that prowled the streets after dark. Packs of wild dogs and shadowy figures were rumored to haunt the night, and curfew was their only sanctuary. Alt, however, was different. He was determined never to fall victim to the night's chilling grasp. With unwavering resolve, he would sprint home each evening, making it through his front door just as the last rays of daylight disappeared. But one fateful evening, as Alt was racing home, the power in his town suddenly blinked out. Panic set in as darkness enveloped the streets, and the houses around him plunged into eerie silence. Alt's heart raced as he realized he had lost track of time. He had never been outside after dark. With adrenaline surging through his veins, Alt sprinted toward his house, but his mother, unaware of his predicament, had locked the door. Believing he was safe inside, Alt pounded on the door, shouting for her to let him in, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. As he turned away from the door, Alt felt a shiver run down his spine. He could hear the distant howls of the wild dogs, their glowing eyes approaching through the inky blackness. Fear gripped him, but he knew he had to survive the night. Alt darted down narrow alleyways, weaving through the darkness, barely staying one step ahead of the relentless pursuit. The night was filled with haunting whispers, eerie shadows, and eyes that seemed to watch his every move. Hours passed like an eternity as Alt fought to stay ahead of the relentless horrors that stalked him. He found refuge in abandoned buildings and hidden corners, using his wits and determination to outsmart the malevolent forces of the night. Finally, as the first light of dawn painted the sky, Alt made a desperate sprint for his home. With the strength of a survivor, he reached the doorstep just as the sun's first rays kissed the earth. The wild dogs, now mere shadows, melted into the dissipating darkness. Alt had conquered the night. As he collapsed onto the doorstep, gasping for breath, his mother swung the door open, her eyes filled with relief and worry. Alt had made it, and the horrors of the night were banished once more. Years later, Alt would become a legend in his town, a symbol of resilience and courage. He had survived the darkest of nights, and every sunset was a reminder that even in the face of fear, he could emerge victorious. And so, the tale of Alt's midnight race lived on, a story of survival, bravery, and the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of darkness.